YouTube, what's going on, boys? Back with another one, man. It's your boy Subconscious, and I'm back with another video. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day, as always, man. And I've been sitting here, man, thinking about some stuff and thinking about where my life has gone along the SR journey. And I want to make a video for maybe some of you guys that are new on the journey, but it's for everybody too, you know, because this is always going to keep happening, right? The longer that we stay putting in good energy and staying focused and disciplined and on our journey, you know, the more abundance we're going to be attracting into our lives. And the title for this one, you guys, is that we got to start to prepare to receive what we pray for. You know, we got to start to prepare ourselves to get ready for the things that we are working on, you know, because, you know, we're putting in a bunch of work, but what I've noticed is that there can be roadblocks, you know, and it's all from our mental conditioning. All right. And it's like, you know, subconsciously, you might not think that you deserve to be at a certain place in life, you know. So what we have to do is we have to start opening up ourselves to being able to accept these new levels and accept the upgrades that are happening in our lives. All right, guys, because they're coming at a very fast pace. You know, for someone on SR, someone who's putting God first, I mean, guys, the trajectory, I say this a lot, but the trajectory is just insane. It's just absolutely insane. All right, so let's get into it, man. Start to prepare for what you pray for. So get yourself ready, man. You know, it's like, you know, keep putting in the work, but at the same time, start working on your mind as well. And this has to do with kind of like what I mentioned in the last video, man. This kind of has to do with your level of self-love and who you think you are, you know, and kind of getting rid and shedding some of the old stuff that you might have going on in your mind. You know, some of these old strongholds or just things that you might think about yourself, like, oh, I've always worked this kind of job, you know, I've always been this type of person, my bank account has always looked like this, you know. It's like, no, like, you got to be able to get ready for these new levels, guys, because they're happening at a very fast pace. You know, if you're putting in the work, man, the universe is going to give you that energy back, man. It's the law of attraction. So especially for guys on SR, because we turn very, very, very focused. You know, you turn into a monster out here, you know, with your determination and your focus and your motivation. And I know you guys feel me on that, but so as long as we're putting in that work, fellas, we got to be able to also prepare our minds, because I had some blockages, you know, somewhere along the way, and I still, you know, I'm still pushing through it, right? Because I've had a lot of stuff go on in my past, man. I've had a lot of different, you know, trauma and pain. I've gone through addiction. I've gone through different things. So you know, my mind likes to tell me these stories about myself, right? That aren't true. You know, it's like, yeah, it was the old version of myself, but now I'm a completely different person. So I got to get ready to elevate. I got to get ready for these new levels, you know, and that takes some new thoughts. That takes some new conditioning, some mental programming, all right? So let's get into it a little bit, you guys. The first thing that I wanted to mention is that how fast your life is going to change when you decide to go on semen retention and you start to, you know, get rid of lusting after females, and you start focusing more on, you know, you start transmuting that sexual energy into all of the other areas of your life, all right? And it's going to make you, it's going to enhance all those areas, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to help you get to a point to where you're going to be seeing results in those areas, you know, at a very fast pace. You know, you're going to be able, I say it a lot, but semen retention allows you to manifest things into your life faster. And it's a lot faster. It's like 5-10 times faster. I don't know exactly, you know, how much faster it is, but it's definitely up there, man, because all that sexual energy that you were using and you were busting out, whether you guys were loading up the sites or whether you were, you know, hanging out with females and getting it in like that, you know, smashing low vibrational females or whatever, you know, dating apps, and just, you know how it is, guys. You know how everybody likes to operate these days. But either way, you know, you were still busting out your life force, right? And you were allowing that sexual energy to get released, all right? So now when you hold it in, you have so much more energy to be doing a lot of these different things. So you're going to be manifesting things, man, at a very fast pace. every single area, man. Your mental health is going to improve, your spiritual health is going to get stronger, and your physical health is going to get a lot stronger, you know. So you got to have a fitness routine, obviously, but if you do, it's like a booster pack, all right, for every single area. You know, your mental health, you get more mental clarity on this pathway. Obviously, the spiritual connection with God, you know, you're very, you know, that life force is like a Wi-Fi connection, you guys. So it's going to connect you straight to God. And then if you guys are working out, guys, that semen and that life force is going to get you like, it's like a natural steroid, bro. All right. So your testosterone is up, and you're going to have more energy to have longer workouts. All right. So your muscles and everything are going to be getting, you know, bigger and healthier, and that whole deal a lot faster. So you got to be able to prepare for this new version of ourselves, you guys, because it happens very, very fast. New blessings, man, like I always mention, but I mean, this is one of the best examples that I have. Is like, I didn't have a YouTube channel, I didn't have my podcast, I didn't have anything before I went on SR, okay? And I know I'm not like some big YouTuber, but I mean, I got like 1,000 subscribers. I mean, that's a big deal to me. That's a lot of people to me, right? And how did I do that? I just came out of thin air, and it came from transmuting my sexual energy into, you know, getting these downloads and trying to get them out and trying to help you guys. But I'm putting energy towards that, you know, and now it's manifesting in the physical realm. All right, guys, so whatever you decide to manifest, whatever you decide to transmute your sexual energy into, it's gonna blossom, dude. And you got to be ready for it to expand, because there is mental stuff going on for some of us that doesn't allow us to accept, you know, these blessings. You know, we might think we have certain narratives about ourselves that aren't true, that are from our past, that we need to break free from. All right, so we need to reprogram our minds to be ready for these upgrades and be ready for these blessings and these new levels. And God, you guys, if you have chosen God to be your leader on this pathway, it's the best thing that you could have ever done. All right, because God alone can change somebody's life very fast, right? But if you're being obedient and you're on semen retention and you're doing all the other things right, and you're living, you know, in God's will, and you're being obedient, you know, He's going to be blessing you very abundantly. You're going to be getting a lot of blessings, and those things are going to be coming at a fast pace too. So we got to break down these walls that, you know, we think that, you know, we're only a certain way. You know, we only can have, you know, we're only used to having, you know, however much, you know, a couple $1,000s or less in our bank account, or, you know, this type of female, or these type of friends. Like, no, bro, that is not it. We're going up. All right, we're going up to new levels. We're going to start manifesting new people, places, things, financial abundance, everything like that, you guys. So we got to be able to reprogram our minds to be able to accept these things, you know, to be like, okay, yeah, I am this guy, you know, I am that dude, right? I am that dude who is stepping into this power, and I'm stepping into this new version of myself. All right, and that comes from learning how to love yourself, like I said in the last video, but it also comes from spending time alone and just, you know, getting that, you know, whether you want to use affirmations or meditation, whatever it is, but you got to keep battling these demons that keep telling you guys that, you know, you're a certain type of person, and you're always going to end up a certain type of way. All right, guys, because you stay on this pathway, the trajectory is just straight up. So, all right, y'all, that is another one. I hope you guys got something out of this. As always, start to prepare for what you prayed for and what you've been working for. All right, guys, much love, man, and I will catch you guys on the next one, bro. Peace.